To understand why so many people love our juices and cider, you have to understand what it takes to make good quality apple juice. Respect for nature is hugely important, because healthy and delicious fruit lies at the heart of all our products. But it also takes gratitude towards the farmers, our employees, and our customers. They help us to maintain and improve our high standards. And finally, it takes the passion of a generous host. Passion that Hans-Georg Möhl kindled many years ago. In 1895, he and his wife Elise opened the Rössli Tavern in Staachen, not far from the town of Arbon. The Möhl family has been living and working on this fertile patch of land near Lake Constance for many generations. Hans-Georg and his wife didn't just view cider as an additional source of income from their agricultural efforts. They were both convinced that their high-quality cider was something truly special and should be shared with as many people as possible. The cider they served at Rössli soon gained an outstanding reputation throughout the region. So the pair started selling their cider outside the restaurant as well. Hans-Georg and Elise loaded the oak barrels onto their horse-drawn carriage and traveled to inns throughout the region, all the way to St. Gallen. That was the beginning of the Möhl cider mill. In 1920, the business was passed on to Hans-Georg's son Ernst and his wife Bertha. In 1927, they constructed a building for a new type of basket press and a cellar with large wooden barrels. They bought the company's first Saurer truck, started distilling schnapps, and closed the tavern in 1945 so that they could concentrate fully on the cider mill. Ernst Möhl Forster joined the family business in 1947 and continued to invest in the modernization of the company. This made it possible to produce new products, such as apple juice, which became ever more popular. Ernst Möhl also recognized the importance of maintaining a strong brand and collaborated with Karl Böckli, who worked as a caricaturist for the legendary Nebelspalter magazine during the war, to come up with the characteristic Möhl logo featuring an apple in the center. Over the next 3 decades, the cider mill steadily expanded, particularly in terms of its technical capabilities. In 1951, the barn burned down after the pomace stored inside overheated and caught fire. Although it seemed like a setback at the time, it meant that a larger building could be built for the brand new pack presses. The bottling plant was also overhauled in order to meet ever-increasing demand. In the years that follow, Ernst and Markus, the fourth Möhl generation, grew up on the farm, using the cider mill as their playground. In 1975, the brothers took over the reins of the company. Over the following years, some of the brand's most popular products were developed. In 1962, organic apple juice. In 1977, barrel-aged cider. In 1995, Swissly's Swiss cider. In 1999, Surely. In 2005, non-alcoholic barrel-aged cider. In 2010, clear non-alcoholic apple cider. And in 2018, Cider Clan. And now, the fifth generation is also hard at work, with Georges, Christoph, and Lukas Möhl joining the mill. They carefully ensure that the Möhl traditions live on. However, they're always on the lookout for new trends and innovations. A good cider-making year begins with a good spring. The magnificent blossoms attract many busy little bees, that pollinate around 5 million fruit trees in the cantons of Thurgau and St. Gallen alone. Classic honeybees still perform most of the pollination, but they are also joined by bumblebees and wild bees. The honeybees are looked after with great dedication by the local beekeepers, who also make an important contribution to the fruit production process. Our cider mill sources its apples and pears from over 800 orchards in the surrounding region. By cultivating healthy orchards and using organic farming practices wherever possible, the local fruit growers strive to create an ideal environment for their trees and deliver a high yield. Thanks to their unwavering commitment to their trees and fruit, from tending to the blossoms in spring, to mowing the meadows in summer, to propping up the increasingly heavy branches just before harvest, these farmers make a key contribution to the success of our cider all year round. In October, the wait is over. It's time for the harvest, an annual ritual for young and old. Every year, around 25,000 tons of apples and pears are harvested for our cider mill. Around 80% come from standard fruit trees and 20% from half-standard fruit trees. The farmers deliver the fruit to our silos personally or via collection points. Once the fruit is in the silos, it begins its long journey into either a glass, PET, or swing-top bottle. Exactly how that happens is what you will now find out during our tour. The entire Möhl family wishes you a pleasant experience. Welcome. It's good to have you here.